Just Jessica. Glazed Out Radio.
To every city, every hood, and every block, ghetto America.
Rolling through the hood, just stop by to say what's up and let you know your baby boy ain't doing so tough. And even though you've passed going on 4 long years, I'm still waking up late at night crying tears. Just thinking about those days you used to talk to me, smiling while I'm sipping on this Hennessy. And remember we'd brag on how rich we would be. To get up out this hood was like a fantasy. Now you hear my songs, the radio is banging. Oh, I can't believe my ears and what everybody's saying. Boy, I tell you, folks don't know the half. I would give it all up just to take one ride with you. How I used to kick it on the front porch with you. How I used to lay back and smoke weed with you. And all the little basement party joints we do. Now I'm just missing you. How I wish that I could hold you now. Oh, I wish that I could touch you now. Oh, I wish that I could talk to you, be with you somehow. Money come, it's been nothing but stress. Sometimes I wish that I could just trade in my success. Y'all look at me and say, boy, you've been blessed. But y'all don't see the inside of my unhappiness. Man, I swear this shit gets heavy like a ton. That's why you hear me shooting this real shit off like a gun. I wonder how my friends would treat me now if I wasn't iced up with a Bentley and a house. That's why fake ass niggas get fake ass digits and fake ass players get a real player hating them. Honey love goes platinum and y'all ass come around, but y'all don't wanna raise the roof until my shit is going down. My songs, the radio is playing. Oh, I can't believe my ears and what everybody's saying. Boy, I tell you, folks don't know the half. I would give it all up just to take one ride with you. How I used to hoop up in them tournaments with you. How I used to club hop on weekends with you. Your family called the morning of a tragic end. Damn, my condolences. I wish that I could hold you now. Oh, I wish that I could touch you now. Oh, I wish that I could talk to you, be with you somehow. Oh, I know. In my head, they telling me to come to church. Said the Lord is the only way for you to stop the hurt. Dreaming of windows black tinted like a hearse, and waking up to life sometimes seems worse. And all I ever wanted is to be a better man. And I try to keep it real with my homies, man. Want me to save the world, I don't understand. How did I become the leader of a billion man? Oh, I can't believe my ears and what everybody's saying. Boy, I tell you, folks don't know the half. I would give it all up just to take one ride. How I used to street perform on Friday, and how I'd go to church on Easter Sunday. Instead of y'all throwing them stones at me, somebody pray for me.
I wish that I could hold you now.
Oh, I
wish that I could touch you now.
Oh,
I wish that I could talk to you, be with you somehow.
Still I know.
Right now.
Yo, what's happening? It's your boy Izzy Mac, and
This is just Jessica.
To every
this is Glazed Out Radio, Soulful Sunday. Sorry about that. Today's difficult for me. It's been actually a difficult month for me, a little over. January 13th, my mother passed away. And it's been real hard for me. 5 years ago I lost my dad. And this one's hitting way harder. As hard as that was for me. This one hitting did for me. I'm not okay. I get a lot of people who do, check on me a couple times a week, once a week, whatever. And I appreciate it. But to answer the question, the elephant in the room, no, I am not okay. I'm far from it. I'm not happy. I'm not just surviving. There is nothing okay with me. Depression is real. And I felt it. Don't get me wrong. I felt it. But I'm not exactly sure how to go about this. I get a lot of people to say, it's not going to be easy, but you'll learn to live with it. To answer that, who said I wanted to? Everybody has choices. Everybody has a choice in life. Those choices and decisions affect other people. But ultimately, you slid out by yourself. Even if you got a twin or triplets, whatever. When you came out, it was you. Who said I wanted to live with this? Who said I wants to? And I haven't made that choice for myself. And before everybody starts hitting me and trying to talk to me about it, I can't say that I'm that strong. Because honestly, I believe it takes a strong motherfucker to check themselves out. But this is my feelings. This is how I feel. The two people that created me, brought me into this world, gave y'all the ability to know me, love me, be there for me. Those two people are gone. I'm not okay. Honestly, I don't even like the question. But then there's the fact that I got siblings. I got other family. I have my wife. It's the only thing that keeps me going. But this shit is hard to swallow. I'm not okay. I'm far from it. Stop asking me. I'm not. I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. Don't take this as I'm taking a shot or I don't want nobody to talk to me. But just understand, before you ask it, from this second forward, just know the answer is no. Even if I tell you yeah. You see, I laugh and I joke, play around on Facebook, try to entertain, do my streams, play the game, and even that's become difficult. You know, I feel alone even when I'm not. That is depression. A lot of everybody, yeah, I'm good, I'm straight. I am not. And I don't know when or if I ever will be. But please just understand that I don't know. I don't know. But I will say this. I've been through so much. So much. I can't say that I go through something harder. At this point, it doesn't even matter what's thrown at me. Because at this juncture in life, like I said, the two people that created me, made me, gave me the ability to be here, gave y'all the ability to be here listening. I don't have that, and that's different. That shit hits me so differently. It was hard enough going through it about my pops. That was hard. Backstory, almost checked out then. Attempted it a few times. Ended up fucking up the last about 6 years of my life. Or 5, I mean. Last 5 years. It'll be 6 years in September. Ultimately just fucked off these last 5 years. Don't get me wrong. Amazing things have happened. I got married. We're stable. We're good. And we went through the most. Anybody that truly knows us. We went through the most. And we here, married, together. And sometimes I feel that I gotta be stronger. That I gotta be stronger than what I really am. Because at the end of the day, while she knows and understands that I need her right now, I know and understand that she still depends on me. I'm her husband. And I'm trying so hard. But at this point, I don't know. But I'm gonna go into a few more songs. See, I give you 2 of them. I give you 2 songs, and we'll regroup, come back, And my wife got some stuff she want to talk about. And then we got some more conversation coming up. Back into the music.
You are now listening to Blazed Out Radio.
Taught me everything and everything you've given me. I always keep it inside. You're the driving force in my life. Yeah. There isn't anything or anyone that I could be, and it just wouldn't feel right. Never didn't have you by my side. Oh, you were there for me to love and care for me when skies were gray. Whenever I was down, you were always there to comfort me. And no one else can be what you have been to me. You will always be, you will always be the girl in my life for all time. Mama, mama, you know I love you. Ooh, you know I love you, mama. Mama, you're the queen of my heart. Your love is like tears from the stars. Yes, it is. Mama, I just want you to know, loving you is like food to my soul. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, you're always down for me, have always been around for me, even when I was bad. You've shown me right from my wrongs. Yes, you did. And you took up for me when everyone was down on me. You always did understand. You gave me strength to go on. There were so many times looking back when I was so afraid. And then you come to me and say to me, I could face anything. And no one else can do what you've done for me. You'll always be, you will always be the girl in my life. Ooh, oh, mama, mama, you know I love you. You know I love you. You know I love you, mama. Ooh, mama, you're the queen of my heart. You are.
You are now listening to Blazed Out Radio.
It's just one of them days when I wanna be all alone. It's just one of them days when I gotta be all alone. It's just one of them days. Don't take it personal. Just wanna be all alone. Think I treat you wrong. I wanna take some time out to think things through. I know it always feels like I'm doing you wrong, but I'm so in love with you. So understand that I'm only in love, you're the only one I need. So have no thought that I want to leave, and baby trust me please. One of them days that a girl goes through when I'm angry inside. Don't wanna take it out on you. Just one of them things. Don't take it personal. I just wanna be all alone. When you think I treat you wrong, don't take it personal. Baby, 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 don't take it personal. I sit and think about everything we do, and I find myself in misery, and that ain't cool. Hey now, I really wanna be with you the whole way through, but the way you make me feel inside keeps me confused. As I swing back, boot to boot, it's not because of you. I never want you to be insecure, so won't you understand that I'm only in love, you're the only one I need. I'll be there for you when you need me, boy, so baby don't you leave. That a girl goes through when I'm angry inside. Don't wanna take it out on you. Just one of them things. Don't take it personal. I just wanna be all alone. When you think I treat you wrong, just one of them days. Just one of them days that a girl goes through when I'm angry inside. I don't wanna take it out on you. Just one of them things. Don't take it personal. I just wanna be all alone. When you think I treat you wrong, don't take it personal. Baby, 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 don't take it personal. Yeah, don't take it personal. Just one of them days, a girl goes through when I'm angry inside. Don't wanna take it out on you. Just one of them days. Don't take it personal. Just wanna be all alone. Think I treat you wrong, don't take it personal, baby. Personal, baby. Personal, baby. Personal, baby.
Welcome back, welcome back. Alright. So, I watched a Netflix documentary, really, not a series. The Trials of Gabriel. Probably the most disturbing thing I've seen in a while. So what I wanted to talk about really is the system and why they feel the need to constantly, more or less, dictate what happens to a child without actually paying attention to what is happening to a child. I think that sometimes their intentions are good and sometimes they are overloaded. But I learned recently of something they have, a program called Keeping the Families Intact program. Honestly, sucks. This program sucks because sometimes families aren't the best for you. And I think this is an example. So, on May 22nd, 2013, he died. After only being with his mother for 8 months of his life. Mind you, this woman gave birth to this baby and soon after called her uncle and said, "Come get your baby. It's annoying me. He won't stop crying." Didn't want this baby from the start. When this child was about 4 or 5 years old, the grandparents decided to take him out of the uncle's home. He stayed with the grandparents about a year, I think they said. Then suddenly Mom wanted him back. Mom had a new boyfriend. She wanted to start a little family or something. This little boy stayed with these people for 8 months. And by stayed with them, I mean in a dresser drawer or cabinet, more or less. He was the youngest of 3. The only one really put through this. He was found naked with a cracked skull, shattered ribs, severe burns, BB pellets in his body. But they knew about all this abuse. They just decided not to do anything about it. They wanted to keep the family intact. See how good that turned out. I feel like a lot of this can be prevented. We put the lives of children into essentially strangers' hands. We see something happening wrong in the home. We decide to let a stranger intervene who has about 7,000 other children they have to pay attention to. I think at some point we need to talk about implementing some sort of maybe tests before they become child protective service workers. Tests that rely on your emotional responses, more or less. Because if you can see a child having BB guns or BB gun scars, you've seen this child with busted up lips, just how can you look at that and be like, oh, well, we're not going to do anything about it right now. Children play, but that's not playing. Every time they told them workers he was playing with his brother. So you mean to tell me that I think his brother was only a few years older than him. 12? His brother was 12. So he fractured and burned and bit and tortured this kid for 8 months? Hell no. Hell no. We see a lot of it around here. I think Wisconsin sees a lot of child cases. And Manitowoc alone fucks them up. I just think at some point it gets to be a little frustrating when it comes to children and everyone turns an eye until it becomes a Netflix series. The teacher who constantly reported it. I mean, kudos to her for reporting it, but I sure in the hell wouldn't have sent that child home. Get me with kidnapping or something, I ain't sending that child back. I couldn't even imagine, and I am not a mother. If you haven't seen it, I don't know if you want to see it, especially if you have children. It's brutal. They have the pictures of this boy at 8 years old in the most horrible way. If I'm not mistaken, the boyfriend got sentenced to death and the mother got sentenced to life. Personal view, I don't know why hers was worse than his. I think life's probably the worst. I don't think death is a good cause. I think they should have lived life in a small box like their son did. But I'm not really too sure as to why the mother would get life and the boyfriend get death. Because when I watched it, I saw manipulation. I saw she didn't want that kid. He didn't want that kid either, don't get me wrong. I just want to know where the logic behind that they should have got equal sentences. If anything, I personally would have vouched for her to get. She was the biological parent. It was her job to protect. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I find it hard to believe that people only care about stuff like this after watching films based on it. And majority of us live next to children being abused or have seen it and haven't reported it or have been victims of abuse. And like I said, if that's the case, there's many, many ways to reach out, and don't stop trying. You don't gotta be a hero, but it wouldn't hurt to help. We're gonna take it to a short music break. Give you 3 songs, let you think about it. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, I don't know if you want to. We'll be back shortly.
You are now listening to Blazed Out Radio with your host, Izzy Mac with 2 C's, Just Jessica.
I'm not the kind of girl that change. I'm convinced I know the problem. You don't love me the same. You're just going through the motions, and you're not being fair. I've got my pride, I will not cry. Still I can't help but care. I'm not your superwoman. No. I'm not the kind of girl that you can lay down and think that everything is okay. Boy, I am only human. Only human. This girl needs more than occasional hugs and a token of love from you to me. I'm not your superwoman. I'm not the kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything is okay. Boy, I am only human. This girl needs more than occasional hugs as a token of love from you to me. Ooh, baby, look into the corners of your mind. I'll always be there for you through good and bad times, but I can't be that superwoman that you want me to be. I'll give my love a lasting love if you return love to me. I'm not your superwoman. No. I'm not the kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything's okay. Boy, I am only human. This girl needs more than occasional hugs as a token of love. If you feel it in your heart and you understand me, stop right where you are. Everybody sing along with me. I'm the kind of girl that can treat you so sweet, but you got to realize that you got to be sweeter to me. I need love, I need just your love. I'm not your superwoman. Oh no. Kind of girl that you can let down. Everything's okay. Boy, I am only human. I'm only human. This girl needs more.
You are now listening to Blazed Out Radio.
Can't you see
every little thing I do, you're on my mind, you're on my mind. Hey, every little thing I do, you're on my mind, you're on my mind. Hey, every little thing I do, you're on my mind, you're on my mind. Hey, every little thing I do, you're on my mind, you're on my mind. Lately it's driving me crazy. Every little thing I do, you're on my mind, you're on my mind.
I was living could stop serving rocks, knowing the cops is hot when I'm on the block. And I wish my brother would've made bail so I won't have to travel 6 hours to see him in jail. And I wish that my grandmother wasn't sick or that we would just come up on some stacks and hit a lick. And I wish my homies wouldn't have to suffer when the streets get the upper hand on us and we lose a brother. And I wish I could go deep in the zone and lift the spirits of the world with the words within the song. And I wish I could teach a soul to fly, take away the pain out your hands and help you hold them high. And I wish my homie Butch was still alive, and on the day of his death we had never took that ride. And I wish that God could protect us from the wrong, so that all the soldiers that were sent overseas come home. And we will never break, though they devastate. We shall motivate, and we gotta pray, all we gotta pay. Instead of thinking about who gon' die today, the Lord is gon' help you feel better, so you ain't gotta cry today. Sit at the light so long, and then we gotta move straight forward, cause we fight so strong. So when right go wrong, just say a little prayer, get your money, man, life goes on.
I'm hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it, let it take you away. And be hopeful, hopeful, and he'll make a way. I know it ain't easy, but that's okay, cause we hopeful.
I wish that you could show some love, instead of hating so much when you see some other people coming up. I wish I could teach the world to sing, write some music and have them tripping off the joy I bring. I wish that we can hold hands, listen instead of dissing lessons from a grown man. And I wish the families that lack but got love get some stacks, brand new shot in a lack that's on dubs. And I wish we could keep achieving wonders, see the vision of the world through the eyes of Stevie Wonder. You feel me? And I hope all the kids eat, and don't nobody in my family see 6 feet. You dig? I hope the mother stand strong. You can make it whether you with them or your man's gone. And I wish I could give every Sally some commissary, and the popo bring the heat on a piece like that did R. Kelly. And I wish that DOC could scream again, and bullets could reverse and Pac and Biggie breathe again. Then one day they could speak again. I wish that we only saw good news every time we look at CNN. I wish we could never get the blues. Wish I could bring back the people that died at E2. I wish that we could walk a path, stay doing the right thing, hustle hard so the kids maintain up in the game. Let's go.
Hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it, let it take you away. And be hopeful, hopeful, and he'll make a way. I know it ain't easy, but that's okay, cause we hope.
Wish the earth wasn't so apocalyptic. I try to spread my message to the world the best way that I can give it. We can make it, always be optimistic. If you don't listen, gotta live my life the best way that I can live it. I pray for justice when we go to court. Wish it was all good so the country never even went to war. Why can't we kick it and just get them on? And in the famous words of Mr. King, why can't we all just get along? Hope we can find a better way than shopping peas and I hope we find a better way than copping keys and I wish everybody would just stop and freeze and ask, why are we fulfilling these downfalls and these prophecies? You can be wrong if it's you doubting. With the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. And only the Heavenly Father can ease the hurt. Just let it go and keep praying on your knees and church. Let's go.
Yes, I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it. Let it take you away. And be hopeful, hopeful. And he'll make a way. I know it ain't easy, but that's okay. 'Cause we hopeful. Yes, I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it. Let it take you away. And be hopeful, hopeful. And he'll make a way. I know it ain't easy, but that's okay. 'Cause we hopeful.
You are now listening to Glazed Out Radio with your host, Izzy Mac with 2 C's, Just Jessica.
Yo, that was Twista featuring Faith Evans. Hopeful. Hope. Same shit. You get the drift of it. Right. So I opened up the show, kind of gave some insight into my mind state lately. Once again, lost my mother. And I'm not okay. Again, people, depression is real. It is a real thing. It is a subject that needs to be spoken on. How to handle it, I can't tell you. I can't tell myself. Everybody goes through things differently. Everybody handles things differently. For me, as much as people say, go get help, it's help out there. If I wanted to pay an overpriced doctor to talk to that probably hasn't experienced half of anything I've ever been through in life, I would do that. Talking isn't the thing. I talk. I have no problems expressing my feelings. But it's something in me. It's like, how does something help with that? Talking to somebody, I'm still going to go to sleep that night. I'm going to wake up the next morning. I'm going to realize that I can't call my mother. And it's going to hurt. Drug me up, put me on pills or whatever. How does that help? That's how drug addiction starts. Right there. You're giving people medication to cope. Then an addiction becomes of it. Doesn't have to, but not everybody's the same. Again. But how does anything help with that? It's not like any of it's gonna bring her back to me. Bring her back to us. I don't know that there's help that I can get for that. I don't know that there's somebody I can talk to for that because, and again, this is just how I deal and process with things. I'm a realist. I'm real with myself. I'm real with those around me. If I got something to say, I say it. If I feel some type of way, I speak on it. It is what it is at the end of the day. But me personally, I just don't see that anything can or will help. Maybe it is just something I have to learn to deal with, as people say. Fuck that. Fuck that. How do you tell one how to deal with their emotions? Then the constant question of, are you okay? No, I am not. I would be okay if I could pick up the phone and dial my mother's number and she answers. I would be okay. It's not to say that I don't have people to talk to. It's not to say that I have nobody. That's not true. But do I still feel alone? Very much so. Do I feel alone if I would I feel alone if I was in a room full of people? Yes. And it's depression. Not everybody handles everything the same way. What works for the goose might not work for the gander. But I'm trying. I tell y'all that. I am trying. And then this whole Gabriel Fernandez is his last name. That's troubling. Very troubling. Very disturbing. I haven't personally watched it, y'all. I can't, I won't, I refuse. It's like reading A Child Called It all over again. And I read those at a young age. Child Called It, Lost Boy. I never read A Man Named David.
And that all has to do with mental health too. Things like that. If you don't take care of yourself and you let your mental health go so bad, it can get to a point where you self-destruct and harm those around you. So child abuse does go in hand with your topic of, mental problems, because if you're not inclined to help yourself, or you don't have the tools to help yourself, probably taking care of a child when you have so much built up rage or anything like that, knowing her condition probably wasn't the best, because people said she had shown signs of being abusive to her other kids. So it's like they knew what she was capable of doing, and I'm not saying anybody with mental problems can't raise kids. I'm speaking on Pearl's behalf. I feel like she had a lot of mental issues she had to deal with and didn't deal with properly. So I feel like that has a lot to do with it. And a lot of Americans do suffer from mental illnesses that go untreated.
Facts. I mean, do y'all remember the story of A Child Called It?
Yes,
Dave Pelzer. Man, I'm talking about, I was probably like 11, 12, something in that area when I first read that book. And it's the same thing, although, I mean, luckily for him, he made it. But from the abuse he endured in home, transferring to another book about him in foster care and enduring those same things.
I'm happy you brought that up, because that makes a good point. We knew back then what the foster carers were being naive or turning their cheek to back then. We made a big deal back then. Then suddenly nobody cared anymore. And throughout the years, we keep seeing the same repetitive behavior in foster cares or with DCFS workers really not paying too much mind to the kids they're paid to look after.
Shit, what movie did we watch the other night? White Oleander?
Oh, yeah, that was pretty nuts. That was
Girl
nuts.
goes into how many different foster homes, and in each one, some traumatic, crazy shit happened. From getting shot by the first one to laying in the bed and waking up to finding another one dead. Like, this is what protective service has done for decades. But much to the likes of surviving R. Kelly, surviving Epstein, you know, it takes a Netflix documentary, a Hulu documentary, a documentary on Lifetime. It takes for a documentary to come in a day, and that's why, man, I'm so glad I did not grow up in the era of social media and technology. I mean, we had dial-up internet. You wasn't getting on that internet. Nuh-uh. Nope, not finna run the phone bill up today. You know, unless you got a school project or something like that, you know. Wasn't too much of going on the internet, if at all. You know, wasn't no online gaming, wasn't no Facebook. I don't even think MySpace was out then. Might have had Black Planet. Might have had Black Planet. But I'm glad I didn't grow up in that era because you had to read to hear about something.
Exactly.
You had to pick up a newspaper and read it. You had to pick up a book and read it. You know? Nowadays, for something to be recognized, you have to be black and shot by the police or
A Netflix.
a Netflix documentary. Or you don't hear about it.
Netflix honestly brings a lot of things to light. Because people are so consumed with TV and social media and drama that instead of doing something about it, they'll sit in front of the screen and Facebook about it until it's no longer a hot topic. Then the children no longer matter until another child is dead in a Netflix series.
Right.
What a great pattern.
I mean, like, example, what's that documentary we watched? Y'all have heard of it. Don't fuck with cats.
That was the weirdest shit ever.
Don't fuck with cats.
Good. That was a good documentary.
You know, God tortures cats on YouTube, and you get a whole bunch of Facebook detectives to find out who he is, track him down, and get him arrested after he goes live and kills a boy, if I'm not mistaken, a little boy he was in a relationship with. It's crazy how much Netflix and, you know, these documentaries and social media, it's crazy how that influences us today, which leads us into the next topic.
I already know where this is going.
The coronavirus.
Knew it.
The coronavirus. Like, are you serious right now? Like, okay, you get these viruses every so many years, you know, West Niles, swine flu, bird flu, you know, countless of Ebola, countless of others. Every last one of them. We're all gonna die. No, don't breathe on me. We gotta buy all the face masks because if we don't, we're all gonna die. And if I walk outside and I don't have my left shoe tied up with the third knot, or we're all gonna die. Stop it. Stop it.
At least have some faith in medicine these days because they find a cure for everything. People always gotta die before we can fix the situation, as sad as it is.
I don't even think it's a faith in medicine thing. Let's look at the facts of it that these scientists have found, doctors have found. People, it is a 2.2% chance of somebody dying from this. From last year, from November of 2019. Remember, this is just the beginning of 2020, so I got to, iterate that. From November of 2019, when this virus had to have been found, this strain, I'm sorry, because coronavirus is not a new virus. It is not a name of a new virus. There are many strains of the coronavirus. They mutate. That is what germs do. They mutate. This isn't the first strain of coronavirus. There's a few different ones. There's been a few epidemics of this already. Do your research, people. Do your research. Not the first case of it. Not the first strain of coronavirus. This is just something that they have never seen the likes of. Okay, cool. But people, since November of last year, we have had 22 cases in America. 22. Out of how many millions of people? Hundreds of millions of people in the United States of America. And we've had 22 cases. 1 death. I don't think it's going to kill y'all.
CDC posted that the risk of getting it is currently low. And they'd be the first ones to tell us.
Facts. Like,
that's the Center of Disease Control Center or something like that, ain't it?
Yeah. And it's like, y'all, I think y'all reading into this too much. Don't get me wrong. Not even so much that y'all reading into it, because it's not your fault. You watch the news. You scrolling on Facebook. You see the memes. You see the posters about it. You see the uproar. You see the hysterics of the coronavirus. Half of y'all don't even have sex protected.
Facts.
But you're scared of this. You're scared of getting sick. Stop it. Stop it right now. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. 22 cases of it. Last I checked the other day, I think there might be a couple more. Maybe. It's going to spread. That's what illnesses do. That's what viruses do. It's just like catching the flu. You got a shortness of breath. Don't feel good. You sick. Okay. I understand that. You might feel like death. You might feel it. But you're gonna be okay. Go get seen. You might get quarantined for a little bit. Will you? But you have a 2% chance of dying. That's 98% chance of living. I'm taking my odds. I will go to China right now, eat a big bowl of bat soup.
What? Is that a thing?
I'll be...
Bat soup.
Yeah, bat soup.
What is it, some Ozzy Osbourne shit?
Man, that's what they doing over there, I guess.
That's how they got it. It says that all three of these, what makes up the coronavirus, all originated in bats. Literally, that's what I'm reading.
Because coronavirus started off as a virus for animals. That's why animals are catching it. It was an animal, born disease. And people eat animals.
Oh, yeah, they were eating bat bowls.
And this is probably what happens when you eating that GMO food. Shop non-GMO. You don't want all that processed clone meat. It's not real. It's not real, people. Watch what you eat. Y'all will be okay, but I'll go to China right now, eat a big bowl of bat soup, and take my chances with coronavirus.
I ain't eating a bowl of bat soup, but I got you on the road, babe. I'll ride with it. I'm not eating no fucking bat soup. I ain't fucking with that. I'll try like some alligator.
You ain't never had alligator?
Fuck no.
No?
No,
You
man.
gotta get on that shit.
I'll eat some fucking alligator. You talking about a bat, though. I don't even like birds. Maybe I should fucking eat a bat.
Oh, man.
I'll fuck your cousin right up.
But people, the media is hyping this up. It's to get you to be hysterical and put your focus on something. Got elections coming up. I just don't believe that this virus is as big as everybody making it seem to be. Will you get sick? Yes. Will you be sick? Yes. But there is a 98% chance you make it. And from what the doctor said in the post, or not the post, the press conference, I believe yesterday with Donald Trump. They spoke at the White House yesterday. They had a whole little press conference. It was on, probably took over every channel on your television. As the doctor said, unless you're old or have underlying problems, diabetes, cancer, some heart disease, shit like that, or you're a baby and still haven't built that immune system, you will be okay. But, like the doctor said, even with the flu, unless you had them underlying, diagnosis or and issues, you'll be okay from the flu unless you have those things or you can't fight and you got a bad immune system. When you see people that are sick or die from pneumonia, that's because their immune system is shot. You might get that one young person that was healthy as an ox. Probably played football, basketball, soccer, hockey, lacrosse, probably played some type of sport, tennis, ran around a lot.
I feel like you pre-thought this one out. That was real descriptive.
You might catch that one death. It's gonna happen. But people, we get flu shots every year and people still die from the flu. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. We will be okay. The same way we were okay when the West Nile disease hit and everybody was afraid to go outside in the summer because if a mosquito bit you, you were going to die.
Or
and
the
mosquitoes
swine.
bite.
The
swine flu, you can't eat this, that, and the other. You're going to catch the swine flu. The bird flu. Don't breathe on me. Don't even look at me. Don't step in my vicinity. I think y'all will be okay.
If it's not this, it's the world's going to end this year. If it's not the flu, it's the world's going to end.
Oh, yeah. I'm still waiting on the 10 million billion lotuses to come flying in. Still waiting on it. But that's another subject. That's a whole nother topic if you want to get into all of that stuff. But I don't think that this whole coronavirus is as big as it is being made to be. I don't think we'll have too much of an issue with it. There's over 100 million. Oh, yeah, Y2K.
There you go.
Y2K. Everybody turned their electronics and lights off, and at 11:59, motherfucking December 31st, 1999. Because when it went into 2000, we were afraid that the world was gonna end.
We have theories for everything.
Everything. And it doesn't make it better that you get people on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snappy, Snapchat, any of this social media, and everybody's talking about it and hyping it up, and you get your misinformed people who probably hasn't even read the article. They're probably ugly and can't read.
Okay.
You get these people who like to troll on the internet and make things worse. It's not that bad, people. We got over 100 million people in the United States of America, and we've had 22 cases. Probably a couple of more up to date. That's just about a round part. Looking at all the Y2K hype, I seriously was pissed nothing happened, to be honest. Facts. Facts. At 12:01, I turned the game back on. It was back to gaming.
Everybody sitting in the dark like, so what happened?
Nothing happened. We all here. I heard a whole lot of gunshots.
It
was a lot of that.
Is everyone dead outside? Are we the only ones left?
Right. The last of us.
We made it?
You know, the Left Behind series or something was going to happen. Like, everybody swore the world was going to end. Not the case. Not the case at all. People, calm down. You're okay. Your kids are okay. Everything's going to be fine.
Facts.
But I'm standing on it. I go to China right now, eat a big bowl of bat soup, and take my chances with 98%. If somebody told me I had 98% chance to win the lottery, I would play the lottery that day. Somebody came up to me and said, you know, there's a 98% chance that Izzy Mac with 2 C's will win the lottery today. I'm going to play the lottery. I'm going to play. That's good. That's very good odds. That works in your favor. You might be sick, but you won't die. You'll be just fine.
Well, I'm 98% sure I'm not eating a bowl of bat soup with you.
98%, so I got 2% chance, right?
That's a very low percent.
That's a low percentage, but it's still a chance.
You're not helping. You're not helping the topic.
I mean, I'm just saying. I get it. Like, I get it. But like I said, people get sick all the time.
It's just your time. Maybe it's an unpopular opinion, but if it's your time, it's your time.
I don't know. It's crazy, but this whole Gabriel Fernandez thing, which is, I'm sorry, I kind of went off the railroad track right there with that subject. This whole thing is disturbing. We need to do more to help these kids that's going into foster care. I grew up with foster children. You know, I didn't grow up in foster care, but I did grow up with foster children. They were treated great. You know, great. It was always a good time. But not every child gets that opportunity to be raised by a woman as such.
Exactly. And shout out to the people who do foster and treat, kids as if they are their own. That's beautiful. I watched, me, I like my little murder mystery stuff.
Yeah.
I was watching Confessions of a Killer, where a boy bounced from foster home to foster home just to repeatedly get molested by his foster parents, to grow up and want to confront his grandparents about it. And they defended what happened, and he ended up lashing out and killing. Now that's a crazy thing to happen, but we got to remember these children endure impacts to their mental stability when they go through this. This doesn't just impact them when they're a kid. This is something they deal with and fight with, whether they're conscious of it or not, all through their lives. These kids could have kids and turn around, beat their kids, molest their kids, or they can turn around and be a great parent to theirs. But at the end of the day, why have to put them in such messed up predicaments? Why isn't there more programs to help kids? There's 1,027,000 programs to help people of substance abuse.
And we're not talking big brother, big sisters. You
Right.
know, some of them big brothers, big sisters be doing that shit because they quarter order to, or maybe they really do enjoy it, but probably live a secret life of their own.
Exactly. We're talking about programs where people pay attention. I think that's the most important part. Kids will show signs. They'll probably lie about it, but they will show signs. And I think it's the person who is taking care of them, essentially DCFS, I would have to say, or social workers. They should pay attention to that. Isn't that their job? To be trained to look for signs of abuse? They have to be able to differentiate the fact that, this could be, children playing, or this could be actual child abuse, because, kids do play. Your kid comes home with a bruised up knee. I'm not saying he's being beaten anywhere, but I'm saying if your kid's isolating or a child is acting out, or you'll notice. And I think a lot of people just don't care. They don't want to be the person to reach out. Maybe they think nothing's going to happen. Don't be the person that thinks nothing's going to happen, because everybody else is that person. Somebody's got to do something.
Big facts. Big facts. But before we go back into this music, and I'm actually gonna give y'all a little bit of a mix for a while. Probably give you about 5 or 6 songs. Let you take it all in, sink in what we giving you, pick up what we dropping. Like to give a shout out to all the sponsors. J. Lamar Show. Y'all go check him out. HustleLifeIsBrand.com. Doing big things over there. You know, he trying to get into the whole gaming thing right now, and I actually sponsor his show, the J. Lamar Show, again every Tuesday, 7 to 10 p.m. every Tuesday, right here on Spreaker. Jamal Shane for the fire ass drops. Go ahead and give him a
Glazed Out Radio.
Glazed Out Radio. Fire ass drops. Y'all hit up Jamal Shane. Intended hits. You know what I'm saying? Breezy Boy Reacts on YouTube. What's happening, Breezy Boy? I'll be checking out your React videos. He does reaction videos. Pretty much everything. You know what I'm saying? Whatever catches his eye, be it comedy, music, you know, movies, anything, reactions. Y'all need that work, hit me up. We can put y'all linked in. This is Glazed Out Radio. You listening to Soulful Sunday right now.
Hey, you that just flipped on this CD player. I just want to inform you that when you got somebody good, you hold on to them.
You are now listening to Glazed Out Radio.
Must be nice. Having someone who understands the life you live. Must be nice. Having someone who's slow to take and quick to give. Must be nice. Having someone who sticks around when the rough times get thick. Someone whose smile is bright enough to make projects feel like a match can. Having someone who loves you despite your faults. Must be nice. Having someone who talks the talk but also walks the walk. Must be nice. Having someone who understands that a fuck has feelings too. Someone who loves you for sure. You just remember to never let them go. 'Cause even when your husband lays on the wing, she'll be by your side still. She'll be by your side. Even when those winners start spinning and all those gold digging women disappear, she'll still be here. Must be nice. Having someone you can come home to from a long day work. Nice. Having someone you don't have to show, they know exactly where it hurts. Nice. Having someone who trusts you despite what they've heard. Someone as mighty as a lion, but still as gentle as a bluebird. Having someone you don't have to tell, you don't want to be alone. No. Having someone you can grow old with until God calls you home. Having someone who understands that a fuck has feelings too. Someone who loves you for sure. You never let them go. 'Cause so when days are gone, they will be by your side still holding on. And even when those twenties start spinning, and all those gold digging women will disappear. She'll still be here. She'll still be there. Even when the husband, even when your husband, she'll be by digging women disappear, she'll still be here. 'Cause even when your husband days are gone, she'll be by your side, still holding on. And even when those 20s start spinning and all those gold digging women disappear, she'll still be here. Well, I guess the next part of the story is that after all this lusting and all this time, I finally found me, somebody I could tell the way I feel about you.
Glazed Out Radio.
Boy, you never find another love as good as this. So you better represent. 'Cause my love is the bomb, baby. Girl, you'll never
Blazed Out Radio, Blazed Out Radio, Blazed Out Radio, Blazed Out Radio.
It never really mattered too much to me that you were just too damned old for me. All that really mattered was you were my girlfriend. And baby, that's all that mattered to me. Let me love you down, even if it takes all night. Let me love you down. You know it's gonna be so right. Remember when I drove you home from work? I love the way when you kissed me bye. All your friends think I'm just too young for you. You tell them that I can do what guys their age can do. Oh baby, let me love you down, even if it takes all night. Let me love you down. You know it's got to be so right. Let me love you down, even if it takes all night. Let me love you down. You know it's got to be so right. Never really mattered too much to me that you were too damned old for me. All that really mattered was you were my girlfriend. And baby, it's all that mattered to me. Oh baby, let me love you down. Ooh, let me love you down. You know it's gonna be so right. Let me love you down. Ooh, let me love you down. You know it's gonna be so right.
small cup of tea, then you can have me. It's our anniversary. All I really want to say, my darling, today is a special day we call our own. So take me in your arms and hold me, and tell me you love me, and I'll be there for you. Do you know what today is? Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. It's our special day. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. With you and me. Today is a special day, not just any day. Girl, you can have everything you want your way. Tell your supervisor you're leaving early today, and I'm willing to pay for the rest of your day. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. Yeah. Oh. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. Today I had lots of fun stuff for you, girl. Do you know what today is? I know, girl. I know. It's our anniversary. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. And I love you in a special way. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. I remember the first letter. I remember the first day. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. Hey, made for you and me. Made for you and me. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary.
You are now listening to Raised Out Radio. With your host, Izzy Mac with 2 C's, Just
Lost it
Jessica.
all. My friends, my loved ones.
Justice League.
But in life, there's always a chance to grow from the struggle, from the pain, from the realness. Here's my story. Lord.
Hey world, yeah, I know it's been a while. Thought I'd come around and let you know what's up now. No album lately, so my mind is kinda up down. I still been taking care of my mama and them somehow. Disappeared from the scene and left my old team. Had to find a new approach to an old dream. And it's not to take a shot at my old team. I just want you to see this is me. So please accept me for who I am. And please accept me for what I do. I'm just doing everything that I can. Cause all I wanna be is true. So please accept me for who I am. And please accept me for what I do. Cause there's no me without you. And all I wanna be is true. Alright. And all I wanna be is true. Apologies if I ever let you down. But so much shit done happened that it's hard to talk about. So many lawsuits that my lawyer said don't talk about it. Just had to pray and keep it cool till I can walk about it. Came home, helped my sister raise a child. Kinda hurt me cause I could've had my own now. I lost my baby, damn it's really hitting home now. I just had to learn. This is me. So please accept me for who I am. And please accept me for what I do. I'm just doing everything that I can. Cause all I wanna be is true. So please accept me for who I am. And please accept me for what I do. Cause there's no me without you. And all I wanna be is true. Alright. And all I wanna be is true. I look up to the sky, Lord, why do I cry when no one is looking? Is the blame for this pain even caused by the shame of this fame I've been given? My pride don't cause me to hide my true feelings. Cause I can only be real. Hey, cause I can only be real. And now this is me. So please accept me for who I am. And please accept me for what I do. I'm just doing everything that I can. Cause all I wanna be is true. So please accept me for who I am. And please accept me for what I do. Cause there's no me without you. And all I wanna be is true. Alright. And all I wanna be is true. Alright. And all I wanna be is true. And all I wanna be is true. Alright. And all I wanna be is true.
Don't let go. Have the right to lose control. Let go. Lose control. Don't let go. Don't let go. Don't let go.
You are now listening to Glazed Out Radio with your host, Izzy Mac with 2 C's, Just Jessica.
What's happening? That was in vogue with What's It Gonna Be? That used to be my shit. Still is, honestly. But, I don't know. Today been filled with a lot of emotions. A lot of rights. A lot of wrongs. Probably more wrongs than anything. It's trying. We all going through shit. Media likes to hit us with more shit. Guess that's just the way life is. That's just the way it is.
You just really gotta remember to take care of yourself and those around you.
Facts. Cause if we don't, who will?
Nobody, nobody, baby.
But yeah, man. Just been going through a lot. Trying to stay at bay. I guess if that makes sense. Got a lot of things in motion. Got the gaming channel. Got this podcast. Got my wife. It's a lot of shit to take in. But how y'all doing today? How's everybody doing out there? Tap in. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. You know, we here every Sunday, 4 to 7. Chopping it up, listening to good music again. Shout out the J. Lamar Show, Jamal Shane, Nintendo Hits, Breezy Boy Reacts, and everybody that is tuned in right now listening to your boy and your woman. Probably get back into some music. Didn't play too much today. We had a lot to talk about. Probably could still, but not gonna lie, just with the mood I'm in today and been in lately, talking hasn't really been the biggest of my concern, I should say. Don't get me wrong, like I said, I do talk. If I got something to say, I'm gonna say it. I mean, what do you do when you don't have shit to say? Because it ain't much that can be said.
And one thing I want to point out about mental health is people don't always have to, or shouldn't always have to, tell you when something's wrong. Not everyone wants to have to feel like they're a burden, if that makes sense. So when it comes to those you love's mental health, I just advise to be there in any way they need. But also pay attention. Pay attention because it can get dangerous. It can get dangerous. I've lost a few friends to suicide myself, so it's a serious thing, and the people I lost I never would have thought. And I knew they had underlying issues, but people who are depressed have some of the best ways of covering it up. They're so used to it. So just be gentle. Just be gentle to one another. You do not want to be the reason or the last straw to someone's life. Support and love one another and try to make it through. That's all you can do. And please seek help if you need it. Please seek help. At the end of the show, I will give some resources if anyone wants. These are texting hotlines or calling hotlines. This does not mean you're going to do anything to hurt yourself. This is just to talk to someone. And these are trained professionals. And I'll also leave a child abuse hotline. And the child abuse hotline does not only for reporting child abuse. You can call if you are a mother and you just had a rough day and your kids are driving you nuts. All mothers know that. Just somebody to give you a peace of mind. So I'll be leaving them at the end of the show. But until then, I think we're going to kick off some music, you said?
Yeah, we'll probably jump back into it. Got about a little under an hour left for the show. Give you about 30 minutes more of music. Come back in before the end. Chop it up for a little bit. Anybody got any questions? Got anything they want to say? Feel free. Feel free to tap in. I'm reading chat. Reading what the people have to say. And just tap in, man. We talk back. But you are listening to Glazed Out Radio with your host, Izzy Mack, with 2 C's, cocky and conceited.
And I'm just Jessica.
Just Jessica. Alright, y'all. Here y'all go.
Glazed Out Radio.
Do you mind if I tell the truth for a second, y'all? Tell the truth, yeah. No. Maybe I deserve to wonder who's calling so damn late. For you to say I'm tripping, just a homie from upstate. Said it's just a homie, don't he know? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. You say it's cool, baby, it's cool. Maybe I deserve for you to say he's coming into town later on this evening. He was just wondering if you and him could hang out. Oh, I don't like it, but I know I gotta trust you. It ain't cool, 'cause I know it's true. Maybe I deserve for you to go out and find some other guy. Maybe I deserve for you to stay out with them all night. Maybe I deserve for you to do all the things I did to you. Maybe I deserve, oh yeah. Maybe I deserve, oh yeah. Maybe I deserve for you to go out and find some other guy. Maybe I deserve for you to stay out with them all night. Maybe I deserve for you to do all the things I did to you. Maybe I deserve, oh yeah. Maybe I deserve, oh yeah. Maybe I deserve for you to put on that sexy dress. For me to ask you who the hell you trying to impress. For you to laugh it off like it ain't nothing. I know it's something. Maybe, just maybe, yeah, to sit at home and wonder where you are. Is he kissing you, touching you, holding you? What? To take a drink to help ease my mind. I wanna be mad, after all those times. After all those times, for you to go out and find some other guy. Maybe I deserve for you to stay out with them all night. Maybe I deserve for you to do all the things I did to you. Maybe I deserve, oh yeah, maybe I deserve, oh yeah. Maybe I deserve for you to go out and find some other guy. Maybe I deserve for you to stay out with them all night. Maybe I deserve for you to do stop tripping. Oh, don't trip. You grab your neck until you let me know. For you to run crying out the door. To grab my coat and chase you down the street. Please say it's not you, it's my own insecurity. But you say, yes, I cheated on you. And you told me I won't care, 'cause after all I put you through, maybe I deserve, girl, to be mistreated sometimes, to even be lied to sometimes, yeah. Baby, maybe you should go cheat on me. Maybe I should sit and wait by the phone. Maybe I should, 'cause I done paid you about 3 or 4 times. Girl, I know I done put you through, baby. Put you through hell. And I know that see, we men can't take another man pleasing our woman. Oh, no. We can't even stand waiting by the phone. But we do the same shit. Oh, damn. I know I deserve it. But right now, I hate you so much right now. But I should hate myself.
Baby, let me explain to you what I'm saying.
What you saying?
It's not even like that.
It wasn't like that, but I saw you.
Baby, I don't love her.
You don't love me? You know what? I don't even want to talk to you.
She don't mean nothing to me.
I don't want to see your face.
She was just telling me.
I just want to see you walking through that
baby,
door. There ain't nothing else to say.
Why we gotta do it like this? Baby, damn.
Coming home late, it seems you barely beat the sun. Tapping my shoulder, thinking you gon' get you some. Smelling like some fragrance that I don't even wear. So if you want some loving, I suggest you go back there where you came from. Day to day with you, it's always something else. Working my nerve, God knows that I don't deserve what you put me through. 'Cause I've been so true to you. For you to come at me with another lame excuse. See, I heard it all before. All of your lies, all of your sweet talk. Baby this, baby that. But your lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. See, I had to shut you down. I had to shut you down. Play the fool before. I was your fool. I believed in you. Yes, I did. But your lies ain't working. Lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. See, I had to shut you down. I had to shut you down. What were you thinking? Bringing her into our home. In our bed, you must have fell and bumped your head. Messing up my sheets and violating me. Got me about to call my peace and take it to the streets. Nothing you can do, and there's nothing you can say that could persuade me to stay with you another day. You have crossed the line to the point of no return. What you do from here on out, I am no longer concerned. See, I heard it all before. Let me explain. Baby, it's not what you think. That's what you said to me. But your lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. See, I had to shut you down. I had to shut you down. Played the fool before. You had a good game, I must admit. I was it, but now it's over.
are the only one. When I'm not around, do you think of me? Or what the jealous ones are claiming me to be? You should know by now that it's gonna take a lot of trust from you for us to make it through. You should know, baby, you're my angel. Nothing's gonna make you fall from heaven. Girl, I just wanna love you, love. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Put it out your mind, 'cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this feeling. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Put it out your mind, 'cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this feeling. Girls, talk about what your friends told you. Then I'm a selfish man, want my cake and eat it too. Maybe it's my past, but you changed me now. Now that I've learned to love, it's you that showed me how. Your love's so real, I'd be a fool to play around with you. I want to stay with you. You should know by now that it's gonna take a lot of trust from you for us to make it through. You should know, baby, you're my angel. Nothing's gonna make you fall from heaven. Girl, I just wanna love you, love. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you. Put it out your mind, 'cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you. Put it out your mind, 'cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you. They don't know. Put it out your mind, 'cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you. Don't ask your friends. Put it out your mind, 'cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this. You're my angel, yeah. She, baby, stay with me. I'll let you down to see, baby. See, yeah. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you. I don't wanna hurt you, baby. Put it out your mind, 'cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Put it out your mind, 'cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this. Don't listen to what people say. They don't know about you and me. Put it out your mind, 'cause it's jealousy. They don't know about this. Don't listen to what people say.
2 years ago, promises is all I heard. Wait a minute, let me finish. 2 years ago, promises is all I heard out of your mouth. And now you wanna walk away, boy, and tear down the walls in this house. You used to tell me sweet things in the morning time, and all you do is hurt me and think that everything is fine. You better be careful what you say to me, 'cause it might turn around on you. You better be careful what you do to me, 'cause somebody might do it to you. Now who was there for you when your ass was out of work, nigga? All by myself, taking little man to church. So quick to hang up the phone when I step in the room. Then you wanna turn it all around. I'm getting tired of playing fool. You better be careful what you say to me, 'cause it might turn around on you. You better be careful what you do to me, 'cause somebody might do it to you. If the shoe fits, wear it, boy. If the shoe fits, wear it, boy.
2 years ago, didn't know you had male friends. Wait a minute, let me finish. 2 years ago, didn't know you had male friends. Off up in college, I found out you're still reaching out to some of them. Mrs. Busybody, you used to listen to me when you were down and lost, but now you don't even respect me. Ever since I got laid off, you better be careful what you say to me, 'cause it might turn around on you. You better be careful what you do to me, 'cause somebody might do it to you. Now who gave you money when your ass was broke without a dime? Nickel. And even though the man is not my child, I made him mine. So quick to run to your friends and talk about what we do in this house, and then you wanna party all night long. What the hell you talking about? You better be careful what you say to me, 'cause it might turn around on you. You better be careful what you do to me, 'cause somebody might do it to you. If the shoe fits, wear it, girl. If the shoe fits, wear it, girl. Da-do-do, do-do. Ooh, da-do-do, do-do. Ooh, da-do-do, do-do. Ooh, da-do-do. The very first time that I saw your brown eyes, your lips said hello and I said hi. I knew right then you were the one. But I was caught up in physical attraction, but to my satisfaction, baby, you were more than just a face. And if I ever fall in love again,
like you. Oh, yeah. The very next time you'll be my friend. If I say that I could be your one and only, promise that you'll never leave me lonely. I just wanna be the one you need. Oh, baby, I just wanna be the one to serve you. Sometimes I feel as if I don't deserve you. I cherish every moment that we share. And if I ever fall in love again, I will be sure that the lady is a friend. And if I ever fall in love so true, I will be sure that the lady's just like you. I need someone who'll be my friend, to be with me through thick and thin. Please share my love with me, my friend. I need someone like you. And if I ever fall in love again, I will be sure that the lady is a friend. If I ever fall in love so true, I will be sure that the lady just like you.
Let me lay it on the line. I got a little freakiness inside. Let you know that the man has got to deal with it. I don't care what they say. I'm not about to pay nobody's way. 'Cause it's all about the dog in me. I want a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening, just like me. Roughneck brother that can satisfy me, just for me. If you are that kind of man, 'cause I'm that kind of girl. I got a freaky secret, everybody's saying, 'cause we don't give a damn about a thing. 'Cause I will be a freak until the day, until the dawn. And we can all through the night to the early morn. Come on and I will take you around the hood on a gangsta lean. 'Cause we can any time of day, it's all good for me. Boy, you're moving kind of slow. You gotta keep it up, now there you go. That's just one thing that a man must do. I'm packing all the flavor you need. I got you shook up on your knees, 'cause it's all about the dog in me. I want a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening, just like me. That can satisfy me, just for me. If you are that kind of man, 'cause I'm that kind of girl. I got a freaky secret, everybody's saying, 'cause we don't give a damn about a thing. 'Cause I will be a freak until the day, until
Blazed Out Radio.
Just to think I'd find someone new, one who'd love me better than you. Well, it may come as a surprise. Loneliness has opened my eyes. I tried every love I could find. Still I can't get you out of my
in your way. But inevitably, you'll be back again. 'Cause you know in your heart, babe, our love will never end. No, you'll always be a part of me. I'm part of you indefinitely. Boy, don't you know you can't escape me? Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. And we'll linger on. Sign cannabis, I'm feeling it strong. No, you're never gonna shake me. Ooh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. When your days and your nights get a little bit colder, I know that you'll be right back, baby. Believe me, it's only a matter of time. You'll always be a part of me. I'm part of you indefinitely. Boy, don't you know you can't escape? Oh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. And we'll linger on. Sign cannabis, I'm feeling it strong. No, you're never gonna shake me. Oh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. You'll always be a part of me. I'm part of you indefinitely. Boy, don't you know you can't escape? No, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. And we'll linger on. Sign cannabis, I'm feeling it strong. No, you're never gonna shake me. Oh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. No way you're never gonna shake me. No way you're never gonna shake me. You and I will always do.
Diamond light, lover boy. You move in space with minimum waste, maximum joy. City lights, business nights. When you require streetcar desire for higher heights. No place for beginners or sensitive hearts. Sentiment is left to chance. No place to be ending, but somewhere to start. No need to ask, he's a smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Coast to coast, LA to Chicago, Western Maine. Across the north and south to Chicago, love for sale. to us. He's a smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Coast to coast, LA to Chicago, Western Mail. Across the north and south to Key Largo, love for sale. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth
You are now listening to Blazed Out Radio with your host, Izzy Mac with 2 C's, Just Jessica.
That was Sade with Smooth Operator. That was a classic. That was a hit, people. And you know what's crazy? Even at her age, she doesn't look past 20. I might be exaggerating. But you get the point. Oh man, you are listening to Glazed Out Radio. This is Soulful Sunday. I am Izzy Mac with 2 C's.
And I'm Just Jessica.
And man, we went over a lot today. Emotions were shed. Feelings were brought to the table. We got people out here abusing and killing kids for no fucking reason. You know who's starting to really piss me off with that? Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah.
Every other day. Kid killed. Innocent kid killed, crossfire. Kid shot. Parents abused.
You know what I find real disturbing? People who are, single parents who do find someone they care about and they don't know too much about this person and they introduce them to their kids. I mean, how many Manitowoc cases we've seen alone where a child's life was lost due to a boyfriend or significant other that wasn't, the biological parents. Don't get me wrong, it's not better if the biological parents kill the kid. I'm not saying that, but why don't people look into things? My first guess to see how a person is emotionally, test them around animals. Old people, animals, and kids are the most vulnerable creatures in society. They cannot protect themselves. I mean, a dog can bite you. But watch how people treat animals, kids just out in public, older people. That's the stuff you should be looking at when you bring another person into your child's life. Are they going to care about your child? Are they going to love your child? If not, that love it ain't worth it. You can't love me without loving my child.
You know what? Even then, I think it's like you can look at that, but do you know how easy it is to manipulate that?
Most definitely. I think my point more is just pay attention. Pay attention to ways people can't hide their persona forever. Give it more time. Don't rush into bringing them home.
Right.
You owe your children that. They did not ask to be here. And don't get me wrong, manipulators are manipulators. They know what they're doing. I'm not saying everybody who brought someone home who killed their child didn't know the person very well. People snap, things happen. It's just a lot of times I see it new relationships.
Matt Brown.
That is exactly who I'm thinking of. And it's like, jeez. Can you imagine that weight, thinking you know somebody?
And then they
Take
molest or
yeah,
hit or even kill her, you know.
like who you decide to be around. You are an adult. Do that on your free time. Just take precaution when it comes to the innocence of a child. Just take precaution. Why not? Don't rush into giving your child a stepmother or stepfather without knowing if they're capable of those things. Or another thing is or a lot of women I know personally, it seems as if when they're done with the relationship, they're done with that child.
Facts.
I know people with, plus kids, and they only have custody of the last ones, and it goes this way all the way until the relationship ends, and then the kids are disposable. That's horrible. Your kids are not pawns, people. If somebody does not want to be with you, you do not use your child to hold them there. That is not the love a child needs. Forced love is not needed.
Big facts. Big fucking facts. But, it's a lot of sick motherfuckers out here.
I don't even want you guys to meet my dog.
I have her bite one of you motherfuckers. They gonna lie.
I love my dog like a child. I feel bad when I yell at her, man. I can't imagine anybody being okay with putting their hands on something and feeling okay about it. I guess when I was younger, I thought I was crazy, but as I get older, I realize this world is just a sick, evil place that I do not want to be a part of the evil.
Big facts. And I mean, like we said earlier in the show, mental health has a lot to do with everything. Anything you do in life, everything you do in life, everything has to deal with your emotional.
And your brain. Your brain is where your mental is.
Yeah.
You think with it. You react with it.
And everybody's not, 100% there. But I guess I could say it's things people can do. Of course, well, obviously it's things people can do. It's just about your willingness to participate, really.
And whether you've been discouraged from participating. One group might not help you or one discussion might not help you, but it does not mean you have to stop trying. Everyone heals in their own ways. It doesn't mean a support group. Maybe your way of healing is locking yourself in a room and listening to music for hours. The way you have to deal with your own personal mental sanity, there's no wrong way. Until, you started taking it out on other people.
Facts. You said you got some numbers you want to give them?
Yes, I do want to give 2 numbers in case anyone wants to jot them down. One is for child abuse hotline. This is to report child abuse. But I think more importantly, this is for people who just need to speak and talk and make sure they don't result in harming their child. This is the people who you'll see on Facebook, I can't take it. A lot of times it's not a serious thing, but in some cases it is. If you see any child abuse, if you witness child abuse, it cannot hurt to call. It will hurt to bury a child and know that you could have put an end to it. But the child abuse hotline number is 1-800-422-4453. That's 1-800-422-4453. And I'm not saying I'm not promising anything can happen, because the Gabriel story showed us first-handedly that people are gonna neglect it. But try. The suicide prevention hotline. Again, this is not only for if you already have a plan to commit suicide. This is for anything you need to speak upon. You need resources. Need mental health services. You can call or text this number 24/7. The number you can call is 800-273-8255. The 8255 actually spells out talk, if that helps anybody. 800-273-TALK. Or you can text NAMI to 741741. And these are mental health professionals, people. These are people who have been through it, and these are people who want nothing more than to help. I strongly encourage texting it.
Get it, girl.
In times of distress. You never know what that one light at the end of the tunnel can lead to. And, you know, maybe it won't even be suicide prevention for you. Maybe you see someone who you're scared about and you don't know how to act upon it. Call and ask them for advice. You're not going to be a bad person for trying to help. You're going to hate not being able to help when it's too late. Those are the numbers. I hope you don't have to use them. I hope you do if you need them. Anything for you, babe?
You know, again, like I said earlier in the show, I do want to say thank you, and I appreciate everything to those that actually do reach out without me having to post something. You know, those that just know, man, he been going through it. Let me hit him. I want to say I thank you. I appreciate you. But the answer to your question, again, the elephant in the room is Izzy Mac okay? No. No, I am not. I don't know if I ever will be. There's no way to get over it. That's my firm belief. That's the way I feel. If you need help, and you feel help would help, call those numbers. Call them, text them, do whatever. And maybe I need to take my own advice. But the way I am right now, the way I'm thinking right now, the way my mind is set up, the way my mental works, I don't think that there's anything to help me. It's just something I have to get through. How? I don't know. How long? I'm not sure. But it's something I have to get through. It's something I have to fight. I'm a changed man, y'all. I am a changed man. I am trying so hard. There was times in my life where I just did not give a fuck about anything. For those that know me, my slogan has always been, you can't tell me nothing. But as I said to somebody earlier, it's like, I don't want to be around nobody, but I need everybody around me. Surround me. But even then, I feel lonely. I feel alone. Once again, the two people that put me on this earth gave y'all the blessing of knowing me, getting to know me, tuning in to this here podcast. Again, this is Soulful Sunday with Glazed Out Radio. Left me here alone. I'm fighting in the dark. I'm an 8-time felon. I don't shoot guns, so I'm not shooting in the dark. I am fighting in the dark with a crossbow.
And let's just point out facts. Suicide rate is higher amongst men. And that's simply for the fact that men are told not to have emotions, not to show emotions. They have to be strong. I think that's something we need to get out of the habit of. Let a person be a person. There is no right way to handle things, and I think we need to get out of the habit of expecting someone to post something to find out if something is wrong. I think if you care about people, you should check in daily, and that's for both parties. You shouldn't wait for somebody to hit rock bottom to have to post something to reach out, because not everybody's gonna post. Not everybody's gonna let you know on social media that they're not right.
You know, actually, it is one more thing I want to touch on. Dwayne Wade and his daughter. I mean, I guess teach his own. I don't got no feelings about it either way. Not my child, not my cup of tea though. Let a 12-year-old go on to social media and say, a 12-year-old boy go on to social media and say, I want to fuck something. I want to have sex. I want to be sexually active. People tell him, not old enough. You shouldn't be thinking about that. You should be thinking about being a kid. Live your kid life. Don't grow up too fast. You might have a child. That's a permanent thing. Do I agree with what he is letting his 12-year-old child do? No, but it is none of our business. That is how they run their household. That is how they run their life. That is the decisions they are making with amongst each other. Who cares? That's something they gotta live with. You don't. You don't pay their bills. As was it Wayne? Or no, I think it was Drake.
Oh.
I think it was Drake. You wasn't with me in the gym shooting them jump shots. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do not live that man's life. And what do you expect from a man that wears pants that don't go past his ankles? And loafers with no, well, not even loafers, just dress shoes, no socks. I mean, that's their household. That's something they gotta live with. If you want to let that little girl cut her penis off, hey, you just made a permanent decision at 12. I don't agree with it, but I also ain't in their tax bracket to be talking about them.
And let's be honest, if he wouldn't have supported it, there would have been backlash. If he did support it, there would be backlash. At the end of the day, I hope whatever they decide is what is truly wanted when this child gets older, for making such a rational decision at such a young age. Who was it, Little Boosie, that made the statement, that the fact that what if right now this is this child's feelings, but at 20 this child finds a woman and falls in love and wants a family of their own? Well, now your dick's gone. I mean, I'm not saying you can't, like, adopt or surrogate, but now you have no choice. Now your only choices are to adopt or surrogacy and so on and so forth. So, like you said, to each its own, but I think you should at least wait until your child's of age to consent to sex.
Facts.
What's the point right now? Rather sit down and pee? You know, like, what's the logic behind it? Has the kid even witnessed sex before? You know, it's just, you can be a feminine male. if it's just you feel like a girly male, be a girly male. Don't chop your stuff off before you know what it feels like to use it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be mad as hell. You ain't ever witnessed that.
Big facts.
But maybe that's our unpopular opinion.
Very unpopular opinion. But what do you do? What do you do about that? You can't do nothing about that. That's something that they gotta live with. It's something that they got the money to pay for, money to do. That's what they want to do. They want to support the little girl. That's fine. I ain't judging nobody. It is what it is. It's not my business. It's none of our business. It's nobody's business but their own. The Wade's household, including Gabrielle Union.
Facts.
You know, all the crying, the bickering, the back and forth over it. It's not going to change nothing. That little girl's still going to be a little girl. She's a little boy, but she's a little girl. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's their problem. But we are nearing the end of the show.
The second show at that.
Second show. The second show.
We are virgins. Ish. Or virgin-ish.
We almost there. We are almost there. We getting there, you know. We're growing and we want y'all to grow with us. Tune in every Sunday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Soulful Sunday. I am your host, Izzy Mac, with 2 C's. Not 1, 2. 2 of them. 2. CC. M-A-C-C. Cocky and conceited.
And I'm just Jessica. I do have 2 S's in my name, but we'll leave them out. So I am just Jessica.
And we want to thank y'all for rocking with us today. You know, once again, shout out to sponsors, shout out to supporters. You know, the J. Lamar Show. J. Lamar, what's going on? Perspective 2 coming out, I believe, on the 18th. Hey, his birthday, my guy. You know, not great with those. So, sorry.
Fellow Pisces. He's a Pisces.
I think it's the 18th. I want to say it's the 18th.
Man, comment on here. What are you?
You know, but Perspective 2 coming soon. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Jamal Shane, Nintendo hits, fire ass drops. Need something done? Hit me up. I can link you. You know what I'm saying? Get you plugged in with one of the
Glazed Out Radio.
Fire. Fire. I'm loving it. Breezy Boy. T-War Damage. Gaming channel on YouTube. My cousin. What up, Trent? You know. Like I said, man, I just want to thank everybody for supporting, tuning in, listening, commenting, showing love. But we are coming to the end. And I'm going to give you another song. And we will see you next week, Sunday, 4 p.m. sharp. Glaze.
Good song, too.
I'm missing you.
Glazed Out Radio.
You would have known that you'd have to go so suddenly, so fast. Every day I go on, but life's just not the same. I'm so empty inside, and my tears I can't hide. But I'll try to face the pain, though I'm missing you. I'll find a way to get through. Living without you, 'cause you were my sister, my strength, and my ground. Only God may know why. Still, I will get by.
There were so many things that we could have shared. If time was on our side. Ooh, yeah. Now that you're gone, I can still feel you near. So I'll smile with every tear I cry. Though I'm missing you, I'll find a way to go through. Living without you, 'cause you were my sister, my strength and my pride. Only God may know why. Still, I will get by. Sweet were the closest of friends. But I wait for the day when I'll see you again. See you again. But I'll find a way to get through. Living without you. You are my sister, and my pride. Only God may know why. I will get by. I'm missing you. I'm missing you. I'll find a way. I'll find a way. I'll find a way. But you are my sister, my strength and my pride. Only God may know why. Still, I will get by. Missing you. Oh, yes, I am. I'm missing you.
You are now listening to Glazed Out Radio. Your host, Izzy Mac with 2 C's, Just Jessica.
We'll see y'all next week.
Glazed Out Radio.
Sunday, 4 p.m. Glad.